What's going on YouTube? It is Quentin here from DoubleEdge Games, and we're going to be getting down with a new review today of a fresh new free-to-play first-person shooter that I've actually been dumping a lot of time in, and that's going to be the game IronSight. Now, I've actually been following IronSight for a long time, and it's actually a team-based first-person shooter, which is going to give you a really heavy Call of Duty Black Ops 2 feel with its futuristic warfare. You can actually find this game on Area Games homepage. You can actually get the download link. I can put it down in the description below so you guys can actually play it because it is in its beta testing phase. So it's not 100% complete. It's not going to be its full release, but it's definitely going to be in its testing phase so players can actually get a taste for it. Now, IronSight is not only just giving you that feel for Call of Duty Black Ops 2 when it comes to just a futuristic warfare, but it's giving you that feel because honestly it plays almost exactly like Call of Duty. Now, that's one thing. You can say whatever you want about Call of Duty, but that's one thing it's been able to nail is just how it feels with your character. A lot of games you feel like you're moving a tank. In this game you feel smooth, gunplay feels nice, and just when you're ADSing around those corners, I'm not gonna lie, it gives you that Call of Duty feel. And on top of that, they actually have their version of their kill streaks, which you get two different tiers. You get the assault and tactical, and they all have different score limits. So it's not going to be based on how many kills you get in a certain life. It's going to be based on a cooldown system. So instead of you getting 3 kills and you get a UAV, it's going to have a certain amount of seconds. It'll be 500 seconds until you get it. If you do nothing in the game at all, as soon as you hit 500 seconds, you will get your UAV. But if you're getting kills that are worth 100 points, that 100 will actually be deducted from the actual score limit. So usually they're going to be around maybe 800 seconds or 1,000 seconds on average, but it gives you that feel so there won't have to be a need for that camping in a corner or just trying to stay alive the entire time. It's going to be more catered to who plays the objective more, who can put in the most work. Now, of course, we're going to go ahead and stick with the classic DoubleEdge format. I'm going to go ahead and start off with positives and negatives, and we're going to get to a final verdict to see whether or not this game is going to be worth your time. Right off the bat about IronSight, one thing you got to look forward when especially dealing with a free-to-play first-person shooter is how are the guns going to feel and what's the rate that you're going to actually be unlocking them. Now, you're actually going to start off with 30,000 in-game credits, which a regular gun costs 20,000. And then when you're actually playing the game, they have these in-game challenges similar to other free-to-play first-person shooters where you do enough, let's say you get 30 kills with an assault rifle, boom, you get an extra 1,000 credits. So if you're doing the actual challenges, it narrows down the amount of time and amount of grind it would actually take in order for you to unlock these things. And then if you're an experimental player, if you're trying out different weapons, you're actually going to get more in-game credits sooner. Also, I didn't really know how in-depth their customization was. It's not going to be, customizing every single little thing in your character, but when it comes to the gun customization, there are a ton of attachments in the game that you can unlock through actual weapon level. So if you're grinding out that actual weapon, which I'm not going to lie, it kind of gives you a reason to, it gives you that Call of Duty feel when you're playing with that weapon and leveling it up. You can actually unlock the actual attachments through that, or you can just purchase them if you don't want to actually take that long grind. They have everything from your standard reflexes, hollows, ACOG sights, but one thing that's actually pretty cool is they actually added in a lot of futuristic sights. So my favorite's actually called the clear sight, which is gonna take a long time for you to actually get, but if you want to purchase it with in-game credits and get it sooner, you can. But they have a lot of sights besides that. You have your laser sight, your suppressors. The only thing they don't have is foregrips, but they kind of reserve that for their perk system, which is another similarity to Call of Duty where you have 3 actual tiers where you can actually get different perks. So if you want to get like a fast class, you can actually put quick reloads, double time, which gives you faster ADS time when you're actually moving around, so you stray faster. And then you have like feather footsteps where they really can't hear you coming. So they actually give you a good mix of the classic Call of Duty, because we all know Call of Duty steered far away from where they went, and then World War II tried to bring it back, but it really didn't do as good. But this gives you that heavy Call of Duty feel when it especially comes to that customization. Also, the guns in the game, they're very distinctively different, which is kind of cool. The only guns that are kind of similar in ways is the MP5 and I think it's called the LRWC, but those are like the only 2 guns that are kind of similar. Just about every other gun either sounds different, feels different, and just has a different experience for you. So some guns will sound extremely powerful, and some guns will just sound like a Swiss cheese machine and has a high fire rate through the roof. So it actually has a really nice touch to that. Like, I actually like how the guns don't feel like a bunch of clones and how they feel completely different. Like, some guns in a lot of free-to-play first-person shooters are just reskins, but these are actually pretty good. So it kind of makes me wonder what else they're going to bring to the table. And also, even though this game is in its beta testing phase and a lot of things can change, but one thing I hope they don't change is the actual grind in the game. The only thing I think they may need to alter is the amount of levels it actually takes for you to get certain attachments. But at the exact same time, I've been putting in like a solid week in the game, and I've unlocked maybe 4 guns, a few attachments here and there, and especially whenever you get like certain variations of certain weapons, I haven't noticed any stat changes at all. They just look a little bit pretty, and that's about it. But that's a good thing. We don't need that free-to-play model or that pay-to-win model in a free-to-play game. It actually makes it feel like it's balanced in a certain way. Alright guys, so now that we wrapped up the positives, we're going to really jump into these negatives, because as much as I really enjoy this game, there are a ton of negatives with this game. And right off the bat, the lag! I understand it is in its beta state. That is okay. But these servers, it's really hit and miss. There are times I'm at a solid red bar and it's not my internet, and we're lagging. I had plenty of times where other players in the chat were talking about, is anyone else lagging but me? Like, what's going on? So the servers, I don't know what they're on or what the deal is with them, but when the game works, it is amazing. It is a fun, great experience that I would love to see, and I would love to support this game. But hopefully when you are, pushing, certain updates, please work on those servers, because it can really get frustrating and it's noticeable. It's not like little subtle things here and there. It's to the point where I put a whole entire clip into someone, I get no hit markers, and then they kill me, and then my hit markers actually pop up, but they still don't die, or sometimes they do even die. So it can just be a little frustrating there. So hopefully they definitely beef up those servers. Now honestly, when it comes to negatives, that's all the negative experience that I really had with the game. I didn't really have too many crashes. Optimization ran buttery smooth. The game even looks nice. But it's just the overall servers that the games are running on. It can really be hit and miss sometimes. But when it works and it's a really great experience, it is just phenomenal. I really enjoy playing the game. A lot of people may say, oh, it's just a Call of Duty clone, that's it, blah, blah, blah. But the game just gives you a different feel, and it actually opens up the door for them to actually do more with the game. I would love to see more weapons pop up, more game modes. I mean, a lot of games have even been doing the whole Battle Royale mode. I wouldn't mind actually doing that, where you can actually loot up certain things and it's all first person. I would not mind doing that at all. It just opens up the door for them. So if they get their gameplay down pat, which it is, the gameplay is smooth. I'm able to flex people online just by overall reaction time and actual skill and actually aiming for the right hits. But at the most part right now, hopefully they're actually watching this video. I don't know if they actually do the research on like not customer feedback, but player feedback and consumer feedback. Hopefully they have taken some of these things into consideration. I completely love the game. I would love to support it further. Hopefully the servers get better, because they can really, really be a drag sometimes. So other than that, guys, would I actually recommend this game? I definitely will. I still will recommend this game if you were a fan of Call of Duty, or if you just love a smooth feeling FPS. This is the free play game for you. And like I said, man, it's free. There's nothing else to lose. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to cover this game more, and because a lot of the free-to-play games, especially like Black Squad, where they had a really bad hacking problem, and that's one thing I hope this game doesn't get. Please, for the love of God, do whatever you can to stop hackers. It kills the game. That's why I stopped playing Black Squad, because it was Hack City. But hopefully we don't have those problems. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to this video. If you have any other free-to-play games, or even, AAA games that you want me to review, give my 2 cents on, leave it down in the comments down below, and I can definitely get to it there. Or leave a comment talking about the game if you tried it, or anything of that nature. We can chop it up down there. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. This is Quentin from DoubleEdge Games, and peace out.